Oh, snake.
Bienvenidos al Parque Nacional Volcán Arenal. Pura vida. Entering the national park, you're required to pay a fee, and then you could go off and do multiple hikes. Go. Monkey's gonna come and jack you for taking his vine. Not long after hiking, we entered the lava fields around Volcano Arenal. On a constant lookout for any types of birds and animals, especially I would love to see a sloth. Walking through the jungle and different viewpoints, you could see the grandeur of Volcano Arenal. This is one of the most active volcanoes in the world. On July 29th, 1968, the volcano erupted and killed 87 people and buried 3 villages. It was so violent, giant rocks weighing several tons were thrown over a kilometer away. From 1968 until 2010, it remained extremely active, spewing hot rocks, lava, smoke, and ash. Locals are very wary to build anything nearby. So many times on this hike, I've noticed multiple colonies of cutter ants doing their work along the hiking path. And you can see they have their own trails. They must walk these grounds so many times and make their own cutter ant highway, for lack of a better term, on the left and the right between the trails. How cool is that? Part of the hike you can take down to the lake, but I noticed storm clouds gathering, so I decided we better head back. But I want to send the drone out to see what it looks like for a minute. Good call. Exactly when we got back to the car, the rain started pouring. The roads aren't very wide. I've noticed driving in Costa Rica, you got to be very careful. Something happened over here, not good. Cameras never pick it up how it really is, you know what I mean? So what I noticed when I drive with my cell phone camera, I can see a lot clearer than the naked eye. That's a plus tip there, I guess, right? So just to show you, we're coming up, it's raining, everybody is in their beach gear. This is Tabacon. It's a hotel and hot spring. It's the best in the area for sure, I've heard. But to stay there, I looked, was like $300 a night, or you can go to the hot springs alone for about $90 a day for limited hours, but it does include lunch. The hotel that we're staying at, I found the hot springs are absolutely phenomenal as well, so I figured why pay the extra money. But here's a look at Tabacon's hot springs. So do your own homework before you decide to book anything. It's raining like crazy. You gotta You'll be real careful for sure. Having driven to the national park, our hotel actually had a viewpoint of its own to Volcano Arenal, which to me seemed a lot closer than the national park. So we drove up a couple kilometers to come check it out. And nobody here, all to ourselves. What a view. Check this out, guys.
Oh, snake.
So I came back and Bommy showed me where she saw it, and oh, look at it. Sinister. You see his head, Bommy? And of course, I'm wondering if he's deadly poisonous or not, right? And I've got one eye on him and one eye on everything around me to make sure his buddies aren't hanging out as well. I think seeing that snake, we were very lucky. And having hiked the national park and not seen a sloth or many other animals, I figured the best bet was to hire an expert and come to, well, this place says they have a sloth walking tour, so sign me up. Luckily, they let us jump in a guided tour for the same price as the walking alone tour.
Hello my friends, my name is Luis Rivera here in the sloth watching trail, and we are waiting for you to see the sloths. Pura vida! If you lick him, you can get a respiratory failure or asphyxia.
Really?
Yeah, that can be the worst. But why would you lick it, huh? Why would you lick the frog? You know, there's crazy people everywhere.
Same mushroom.
Yeah. Oppa is eating, you see?
I highly recommend going with a guide. Luis has already spotted a sloth high in the canopy above, and he has a spotter to see it. There he is. Wow, check him out. So he's actually a two-toed sloth. You can tell, and you can see his toes too, right? And then, wow, see him touching his eye, his face? Lighter fur, and then a pig-like nose. Very different than the sloths that we're used to seeing. There is no way that I would ever be able to spot this guy, even after being shown they're hard to see, way up in the canopies above. Notice the turtle and the really clear water. There was actually a fresh spring on this trail. There's a sloth right up in this tree. Let's check this out.
This is the three-toed sloth, and this is the
Awesome. Just like Luis said, we found a three-toed sloth. A little bit different than the last one we just saw. He looks so happy, just chilling. You know, sloths sleep from 8 to 20 hours a day. They only come down once a week to use the bathroom, but to see one this close, not too high up in the canopy in the open, what a treat, right? Picking up the rest of the tour, we ran across this bird. He must be injured because he's sitting there, but wow, he looks like a rock, right?
If this ant bites you, they bite you with the pinchers to grab you, and then they sting. Once they sting, they inject a lot of formic acid, and that's the thing that make it super painful.
Oh, it's big.
They inject a lot. The pain lasts for 24 hours.
Oh.
And we call them bullet ants because people that have been working in the army, they consider the pain like if you got shot.
Ooh.
Like if you got a bullet straight in your bone. This is the one that indigenous people use in the Amazon as an initiation for the kids to become into males. So they use eye also. Yeah, for example, if you have an allergic reaction with the formic acid, then you're gone. Yeah, and they're still doing that. It's like a proof of manhood. Yeah, if I go to the Amazon, I will be wearing a dress or something. Yeah, I'm a señorita, no, I don't need to do that. See?
So Luis spotted yet another sloth and showed us where he was. Crazy, look how far away that is. I still want to see one up close for sure though. I've got an idea for another place we're going to on this trip where I think that might be possible. Hope you guys enjoyed the tour, checking out the sloths. We'll check you on the next one.